Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of His Turn, Her Turn. I would be Paul Bryan, the His Turn part, along with the car coach, Lauren Fix.
Hello, Mr. Bryan.
How are you today?
We are here in beautiful Baltimore, and there's so much history here. But one of the things that's of history is the KIA Rio.
It's historic?
It's historic. Well, I'll tell you what, we learned some information
along with
about it.
Fort McHenry?
Yeah.
There was Fort McHenry, Star Spangled Banner, and the
KIA Rio.
They've decided to make this in two different flavors as well. It's not only a sedan, but because sedan sales really feed most of the world demand that they have for this car, but also they're making a 5-door. It's a hatchback, too.
I love it. I like the hatchback, personally.
I
and
do,
that's
too.
what we have behind us. I think
too.
that's just
Wait a
a
minute.
fun car.
I'm supposed to disagree with you. I'm supposed to go, this is his turn, her turn. We're supposed to disagree.
All
no,
right.
we don't.
We can
if we
disagree
happen to be...
easily on things.
Yeah, I know. But this isn't one of them. I really like the hatchback.
I like the hatchback better than the sedan, but that's just a personal thing. I mean, you may feel differently. If so, that's what the comment section is for down below.
And that's why they make a 4-door.
I think that we should do is because there's so much new to this car, and I think we should just take it for a drive.
You don't know the Princess Bride?
I've seen the Princess Bride. I think everybody's
That's
seen the
the
Princess
guy who would...
I know, but he references stuff that...
You know who I'm talking about. So we'll go ahead and drive this because it's as you wish.
Ah.
What this is your basic $14,000 transportation car. And it's the biggest seller globally for Kia. And we'll get into that a little bit more as well. But having said that, this is from my initial few miles in the car so far. It's remarkably solid. I like the feel of the car. All of the gauges are set up nicely. They're nice and big. I don't need to put on my readers to check the... well, sometimes you have to do that to get to the trip odometer. But it's a manual air conditioning system, and we're in the EX. We're in the top-of-the-line model. And everything looks good. I like the way that the dash lays out here and the way that they have sculpted the interior dashboard so that it just doesn't look like a hunk of plastic that was hung on another hunk of plastic. So I like that about it quite a bit. The screen, adequate size. It's just fine. Again, you're looking. I don't know that we had the full product walk on cost and stuff, but from a base car at around $14,000, and that's with the manual transmission. The automatic is about $1,000 more.
Oh, manual. This thing's boring as an automatic.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people who don't, oddly enough, know how to drive a stick shift anymore.
Save the manuals.
Or ever learn, for that matter.
You should. Should be a mandatory for any new driver and old driver.
So, but all of the things that are on the steering wheel are nicely laid out. I mean, everything is here. It's where it's supposed to be. The car feels solid. They've used a lot of construction adhesive in the car rather than just spot welding. And that increased their structural rigidity by about 30%. And that's a good thing. We see that throughout the industry. So anyway, I'll let you drive it for a little bit and see what you think. But for
I'm ready.
For right now, I'm very happy. So I'm getting back to the tennis courts.
Well, now that I'm in the driver's seat, he loves to laugh at me.
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
Now he wants my opinion. Okay, first thing, you know what I'm going to say. What am I going to say, Paul?
I think it's got something to do with thoracic lumbar.
Well, there is manual lumbar on this car, so I'll give them credit for that, the fact you just move the lever where you want it. I mean, hey, it's a $14,000 car. What do you want? Massaging seats? No, but these seats are comfortable. I mean, considering the price point and what you're getting for the money. So I wouldn't say it's lumbar approved, but I would say that it's comfortable enough that if you were on a long trip, you wouldn't be fatigued. One of the things that they did improve on was the liftgate. So when you have a vehicle like this, you're putting in luggage, child safety seats, all the things that we have to put in the back. It's nice the fact that the lift is lower, it's wider, and there's also a drop-down area so you can put all kinds of things so they don't slosh all over the place. I did look, and there was an actual little miniature spare tire. Better than no spare tire, better than a run-flat tire because they're very expensive. So I think what they've done overall is they've made a car that's affordable, so you get great value, you get updated design, it's more modern, it's clean. The technology has the UVO 3 system, and I really like this floating screen. It's easy to use, everything's there. There are times we found with the Apple CarPlay that it was hard to find where the heck Apple CarPlay was, but I guess when you live in this vehicle, you'll figure it out.
Sure.
You're there every day.
Yeah.
I do like the new design. I think that it's very open feeling. It's very comfortable. There's tons of cup holders. There's tons of storage, which Kia has always been excellent at. Lots of outlets for plugging in, which I think is really good because typically we're both plugging in our phones and tablets and everything else. So I think they've done a great job with that as well. Everything is designed differently so that it's easy to read the gauges, easy to access everything, and it's not convoluted and buried with all this, high-techy stuff where you can't figure it out. So I think they've done a great job as far as making this a very usable vehicle, and I love that the controls are all here on your steering wheel, so you can keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel.
You know what I think is kind of cool when you look at the tiger nose on the car here, and then you take a look at the windshield line
It
here.
follows that line. Look at that.
Peter Schreier, that guy,
He's a smart man.
Sneaky guy sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's a subtle styling cue, but it still says Kia when you look at that.
But you get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, and it's all about value in this car. And they definitely give you a lot of car for your money. I mean, there's a lot of competition, but when you're looking at the warranty, that makes me go, okay, wait a minute. This car that's a deal sealer, versus I like this other car, but it's only good for 3 years, 36,000 miles, and that's why Kia has done so well here in the U.S.
Well, they were at the point where they said, look, we have really improved our product, and we're willing to say we improved it enough that we're going to warranty it for this long.
That's pretty
so
impressive.
It's a great program.
Yeah.
All in all, I give it a big thumbs up. I like it.
I'll give it a thumbs up as well. And then, of course, if you have a Kia Rio, an old one, you've driven the new one, we love your comments down below. We always comment about them as long as they're pleasant.
And if they aren't, I get snarky.
You get snarky. He gets the snarky comments. And, of course, we appreciate your subscriptions, your views. Make sure to like and share this with all your friends. And you can follow me on all forms of media at Lauren Fix and sign up for our free newsletter at laurenfix.com. And our joint website.
Absolutely. HisTurnHerTurn.com, and then I tweet at the Paul Bryant.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely.
All right, from beautiful Baltimore, Maryland.
It's beautiful today.
Time for a crab cake and an Oreo game.
I want to break some of those crabs with Old Bay seasoning. Let's go do that.
Okay, I'm in.
All right.
Take care, folks. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for your comments and likes.